What's up, guys? I'm Mike from StockedUp. In this video, we're going to be talking about why next week will be one of the most influential weeks in stock market history. By now, I'm sure you're already familiar with what's going on with GME and AMC and NOK and BB and all of these other hype stocks, but I think a lot of people are overlooking a lot of aspects of this catalyst. In this video, we're going to be talking about obviously why the stock market will be going crazy next week, but whether you're someone who thinks GameStop is going to $1,000 next week or $10 next week, I think there's a lot of value to be gained from this video. So let's get right into it. Ever since the stock market was created, the wealthiest investors, the wealthiest funds, firms, and institutions had all of the power. And today, more than ever, there are so many shady things that go on behind the scenes in the stock market. There's so much manipulation and a bunch of different ways these billionaires rig the game in their favor. But this past week kind of changed that. So we've never really seen a short squeeze to this magnitude. I mean, GameStop literally went from about $19 to $483 in a couple weeks, and billionaires were short billions of dollars worth of this stock, and they got squeezed big time. There was a report by Reuters saying that overall, year to date, shorts of U.S. companies lost about $70 billion. That is insane. And obviously by now, I'm sure you've seen all over the news and Twitter and even TikTok and Instagram, like everyone is talking about this situation. And I think next week is going to be such a defining moment. This week, there were a lot of shady things that went on, especially with GameStop, AMC, and NOK. There were a ton of halts in the trading day with GME, and it really just killed off that momentum. Like we could see multiple times throughout the trading day, it looked like GameStop and these other stocks had potential to continue higher, but then they got halted and the momentum just got killed. And then also, I'm sure you've heard by now, but brokers and clearing corporations were literally restricting people from buying GameStop, AMC, NOK, and a lot of other stocks. Like, in my opinion, that is complete BS. You should be able to trade whatever you want to trade, whether it's a risky decision or a safe decision or whatever. Like, I don't think it's right that brokers and clearing corporations are literally restricting what you can and can't buy. And there's just a lot of shady things going on that we don't even know, like with this situation. And I think if we can see GameStop continue to go up, I think that's going to be a huge win for retail traders. And it's going to kind of put billionaires in their place. Like, if GameStop continues to go up, the losses that billionaires and these firms and institutions face will be massive. And I think that will really just kind of send a message to billionaires, like saying, you can't get greedy, like you can't get too greedy, because if you guys don't know already, GameStop actually had more shares short than it did in its entire float. So basically, there were more shares short of GameStop that actually even existed. So basically billionaires got way too greedy and they shorted GameStop so much. Once it started to run up, we saw a giant squeeze, which is what we're seeing now. But if GameStop kind of gets rejected and loses momentum, I think that'll just prove to us saying that, billionaires once again screwed the little guy over and screwed retail traders over. So really, I'm just really going to be watching GameStop next week. I don't have any positions in it. I'm completely neutral. I mean, it's such a crazy, tricky situation. Like, we've never seen anything like this before. Obviously, I'm rooting for the retail traders because there are so many different ways that hedge funds and institutions screw us over on a day-to-day basis. So obviously, the market is extremely crazy and tricky right now. And I think the most important thing is to protect your capital. Don't risk anything you're not willing to lose. The market is extremely risky, volatile right now, especially with these hype stocks. I would say the best thing to do would be to sit on the sidelines. Obviously, next week is going to be historic, and I'm just excited to see what ends up happening with these hype stocks. There's more than enough momentum with them right now, and I think the biggest things, if we're going to see these billionaires and institutions continue to manipulate the markets. And obviously, we know that there's a lot of shady things going on right now, but I'm just curious to see if these institutions will be held accountable for their actions. There's so much manipulation on Wall Street, and I'm really hoping for a short squeeze, even though I don't have any shares of GameStop. It's just to show that, retail traders are kind of starting to fight back, and that would be an awesome sight to see, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't have any GameStop shares at all, and I'm completely neutral on it. But I just like the situation overall more than just what's going on with the stock. I like how retail traders are finally fighting back against these giant institutions that have just been screwing people over for so long. So if you guys like this video or gain some value from it, hit that subscribe button. I post brand new videos every single day, and let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen with these stocks. I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts, but other than that, thanks for watching.